Sorry.
Raphael.
I mean, honestly.
We can do this.
Come on, Raphael. Keep it down.
Let's get right now. We're back here with Fire Emblem 3 Houses of Verdant Wind Assassins Only Run, where we've got more monastery stuff to do. We did a fair bit of it in that first thing. Oh, I haven't even gone upstairs. Let's do that before I forget, because I will forget. Ooh, there's a red quest up there. Goodness me, all the important things. So we go poking around in someone's room. Ingrid, I'm going to steal your candle, Ingrid. No, let's just go talk to the people who are here. Hey, Felix. How you feeling about your dad being here?
Think of it. The sword of a creator, belonging to the ancient king Nemesis. You have to master it as soon as you can. I can't wait to face off against such a legendary weapon.
I don't know how much I can promise, my guy. Plus, I may be giving it to, like, Raphael or someone later. Oh, probably I bet it'll be easier if I give it to someone with a crest, but so that they don't get hurt while using it.
I heard about the things you did.
Did you now?
I'm so glad Lady Ray is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
Oh, Cyril, you're too kind. Oh, I can recruit you now.
Training kept me real busy. I better hurry to my next job. Oh, hey, Professor. You need something from me? I got a lot to do, so if it's not urgent, just find me later, okay?
Oh, weird. I didn't realize he could turn you down either. I thought it was always, his was another, like, 100% chance to recruit. I wonder, is his thing level as well, or is it some kind of stats? It's level. Okay. Well, I didn't realize. I've never been turned down by Felix, by, like, any of the church people before, basically. Catherine, Eloise, Shamir, or Cyril. I didn't know they haven't had dialogue for. I guess I always thought you were. I thought you were like always there, basically, by the time you were you got to that point in the story. I don't know why I always remembered being at a higher level at this point. Although I guess with most of the other runs, well, the first one I did was on hard mode, and then the other runs I did, aside from the Azure Moon run we did on the channel, we're all with the New Game Plus. So probably I was growing a little faster there, because I could take on the harder missions and all. Anyway.
Oof. This wasn't the first time I've taken part in an Alliance Roundtable conference, but it was still exhausting.
Oh my god. Well, you had to travel back to the Alliance after, like, protecting the monastery last month?
There's not enough cooperation in that group, especially from Lawrence's father. But at least my grandfather was surprisingly alert. Judging by that, I'd say he's got at least 5 more years in it.
I will make no comment. This is Felix's room. Where's his sword collection? This doesn't seem right. Oh, Sylvain's got some flowers in his room. How about that?
What the?
I said Sylvain. Oh, my goodness. It's not weird for me to go looking in my students' rooms to see what kind of flowers they have, all right? This is a window.
That's so.
Yes, it is. Don't test me. That's a window. Don't try and mess with my head. Oh, this is Timmy's room. Whoa. Sick blanket, dude. Hey, but what did I just find? Right, a portrait of Rhea. God, that's a clunky thing to be carrying around, Cyril.
Hey, that's mine. Thanks for finding it.
No problem. Do you have, like, a place to stay where, like, you can store this stuff? Where are you? Where do you sleep and all? Because you're not technically a student, I suppose, so they don't give you a dorm room. What kind of cat is this? A Galatea Brown. Not really. Ah, oh, Albinian Herring. Who's gonna miss some Albinian Herring? Ah, thank you. Okay, so I think I get how this goes. I think it's every time you get, it's not like the amount of you that you give that has a higher, increases the chance of you getting stuff. It's that you can only give them a certain amount because they'll get full eventually. But the higher rarity, I guess, makes a higher chance that they'll give you something. I suppose that's how it works. I'm glad they give me smithing stones because I'm gonna want a whole bunch of these because you only start with like 20 or so from the quest. Oh, and we've got a whole bunch from other quests and stuff, so we should be able to do a bit of crafting. What's the word I'm looking for? Upgrading of things, it's smithing, I guess. Even with the limited stuff they give you at the start and the fact that we can't buy any because we haven't taken on the Clearing the Way quest, which we also get this month. Hey, Constance. Oh dear, the greenhouse is too outside for her. You can still see the sunlight here, I guess. Oh yeah, that was because of the massive skylights. Weird that she still counts as we still read the indoor bonus here. Oh, or is it just telling me what she'll have in the next story mission maybe, because we're going to be indoors for that one. I'm not sure. Maybe it just defaults to indoors. Anyway.
The next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family.
There's an interesting thought. I'm not sure they're in any fit state.
I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows.
I don't have to explain to you why that's hilarious, right?
But I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest.
Robin will remember that. You're right though we can't let Fargus be weakened, so we should probably give him a hand as it stands. And I said I'd do the greenhouse thing after we did some other stuff because ideally I'd be able to get my professor level up. Although it's honestly, it's not exactly looking like it's going to be possible with all the quests because we're not getting. You don't get professor level for the sauna, tea time, or what's the other thing I spent points on earlier? The combat thing, right? Shoot. Maybe you get you get a little bit of professor level for the house tournaments if you win, maybe? Do you? I can't remember. Anyway, point is, we haven't been getting much. You get a fair bit from doing meals, but I haven't been doing any today because of all the other quests.
Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again.
Did any other students really get wrecked?
So I've come here to unwind.
Who was getting hurt? I assume the church wasn't healing up the criminals because they got executed.
Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive.
Kids, so I guess that they did injure some students through all of that.
The truth of it,
aside from us,
when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
I will do, Manuela. I will try my best. Faculty training, though. Right, okay, so you can see very refreshed. I get a bit of extra points for all this. It's not tons. I guess it's more useful for the instruction things because you get +4 on every thing, I would assume. Whereas I only get one bout of faculty training. Nevertheless, off we go. A smithing stone, delightful. We've got some bait, have we not? Never mind.
Hi there.
Hi. So this is fistfuls of fish today, right? So you get like multiple per catch, which would be good for the cats and such. But naturally, I don't have any bait. Hello, Flame. The fish.
So still. Wait. Is it swimming sideways?
I can't see any fish from here. You have excellent eyesight.
Perhaps
I need new
it
glasses.
is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor. You are so outgoing with all of the students.
Nice topic
I'd love
change.
to have more opportunities to connect with you. Though I'm certain my brother would disapprove.
Well, that's his prerogative.
Might you help me with a favor?
I cannot believe how poorly maintained the saint statues are. Just look at them. Clutter at their feet as though that is even remotely acceptable.
Pick up the objects that are scattered around the ground in front of the saint statues. These saints is depicted by the statues. We know what it is. Anyway, I get fish from this, which is the point. I'll pick up some rubble. Never you worry about it, Flame. Oh my god, we still have so many people to talk to. I thought we were really making more headway than we are. And I haven't even been to the second floor yet. God, there's so many humans. That's why I split it into 2 episodes anyway.
You have helped me so much.
How wonderful. Where the saint statues dwell looks so much better now. Perhaps you will receive a special blessing for carrying out such an important task.
I don't know, Flame. I think the crayfish is blessing enough.
Yahoo!
We finally unlocked these, and we've got tons of renown to spend on it, although I did spend a fair bit on other things as it stands. So obviously sword and bow are the ones we want to kind of focus down. Axe is only useful for sort of Hilda, I suppose. But even then, I haven't been using them too much for her. Obviously, we would probably, especially since we get extra renown from the pagan altar in this run, we'd probably want to fully upgrade all the statues if we can help it this playthrough. The divine pulses and extra experience are good for all of them. Which one gives you flying? Because I'm doing everyone in flying is keyhole. Ceruleus Lane is the one we want sort of the least because we have not too many people doing lance and no one doing faith. Ooh, but class experience, that's cool. And we don't have many people doing axe, but we do have most of us doing flying. Oh, and authority. Right? We don't have anyone doing reason, but we have everyone doing swords, so this is important. Bow and brawling is also important. So Saint Indek is very much one we want to be upgrading this playthrough. I think I'll just bump it to the experience plus 5%. I keep forgetting the Saint statues give you experience bumps as well. They have all kinds of useful boons to them. And I'll increase everyone else, all the other ones, just the one tier anyway. Bring it from marble to a slightly more polished marble, shall we? Because it doesn't cost very much, and we're going to probably want them all at max before the end, as I said. I can get this one as far as flying +2, and I think we want that early on, so I'm going to do that. Flying is because you need to have it at such a high tier before you get the use out of it. We're going to want to have that before long. And now probably want to go back to Indek because we want that bow. There's no other flying bonus from any of these, so we probably want to get it up to bow as quickly. Bow and brawling are both in this one, so we're probably going to be specking a lot into Indek moving forward. Yes, this one.
You're all set.
Thank you. And the other ones, they only cost 300, so we could get the Faith or the Reason now, but it doesn't really. May as well save it up for getting one of these other ones bumped up sooner. Excellent.
See you again soon.
Thank you. Let's head back to the academy, where there are a few people in our house we've yet to speak to. Spoke to Raphael at the end of last episode and then did not enter the Golden Deer classroom. There's an owl flying around. Hi. Cynthia and Hilda. Encyclopedia of Sweets. Sweets from... Oh, right, this would be Cynthia's. I was like, who are those sweets? You two had a very weird conversation earlier. Are you... Are things slightly more normal between you two now?
Is it true that Lady Rhea entrusted the sword of the Creator to you?
That 'tis.
I can hardly even fathom you being capable of wielding something of such power. Just who are you anyway?
Yeah, you can have the sword if you want, Cynthia. I don't really mind. Seth probably won't be happy if I give it to you, but who cares? Anyway, I think this is your book.
Hey, that's mine. Thank you for finding it.
Anytime, Paleo. Motivation increased. Hi, Hilda.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting.
Yes, it's been very much the inverse, hasn't it?
But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder?
I believe so.
Oh, I was just kidding. Anyway, as I said before, I do like having a little drama in my life.
I like the way she responds if you say maybe, maybe not. But I've never picked this one and I was curious what she said. Anyway, it raised her bond. Which is weird that it raised her bond for me saying, no, I had nothing to do with the weird stuff. You'd think that wouldn't shift anything. That would be the default assumption, but nevertheless.
The Leicester Alliance is governed through roundtable conferences between the 5 most prominent allied dukes, the 5 great lords. First and foremost is Duke Regan, the Alliance's leader. Joining him are the heads of House Goneril, House Gloucester, and House Ordelia.
So basically everyone I've talked to today's dad is showing up at this
Lastly,
council.
there is the newest addition, Margrave Edmund. These 5 each have voting power in the conferences. Before House Edmund, it was House Daphno that was counted amongst the 5. However, it is said that the head of that family relinquished their vote to House Edmund, which had only recently risen to significance.
Are you a poli-sci major? Where'd you get all this information? Interesting that House Daphno would relinquish it so willingly. I guess they just, perhaps they recognized Margrave Edmund's talents. Or perhaps there was another reason that I'm wholly forgetting. Hello, child. Edelgard and Hubert, salutations.
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
Is it? It feels like it's happened twice now. They stole the Lance of Ruin, and they just tried to steal the sword. Oh, well, they didn't know it was in there, but...
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Yeah, Hubert gets it. It's hilarious, I know.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
How dare they try and take what's not theirs, the cheeky bastards. I agree, Edelgard. Can't be allowed to stand. I'm glad the church executed them. God, that's dark.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want, and some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
You and Raphael are on the wavelength with it, just understanding how this story works, aren't you? Well done, you two.
Hello there.
Hello there! Hey, Ferdinand.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, they say it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
No one knows. Northern Fodland Seeds, hot diggity! Hey, Tomas.
The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact.
Because the Alliance is new, I guess.
They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Oh, right, because the church in the Western Church is... It's in the kingdom, but... The kingdom is very much answers to the church anyway. Interesting theory, Tomas. But who? Who would have instigated such a thing? Who, I say? Lawrence, I hear your dad was giving Claude some trouble. You may want to talk to him about that.
It seems that our next mission is another bandit hunt. This time I've heard that their leader is the son of a noble family. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
The disowned son of a noble family, mind. So who should we really be pointing the finger at here?
Professor?
Hey, Anna?
I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword.
Well, I have one now. I've never really used it. I cut one dude almost in half with it, but that was more reflex than anything.
If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
Legally, no. I don't think I'm allowed to. No, it isn't. A feather pillow. Ah, I see. What's that now? Claude is so busy. Yeah, I know. Poor dude. Birdie Bear! There's weird stuff going on in the monastery. Hey, by the way, is this yours?
I'm not secretly eating cake.
When you're behind closed doors, you may eat whatever you like, as far as I'm concerned. I can sense it.
Okay, what's Bernie doing right now?
Pressing your ear against the door.
Oh, fine. You got me. But keep it a secret, all right?
Sure, I'm not gonna tell anyone. Take your needle and thread.
Looking for this. Thank you so much.
Looking in your room, I presume. You got it, pal. Doing? Iron welding material. Required for smithing. Well, that's just heckin' convenient, isn't it? Oh my god, I blinked for a very long time there.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved.
Well, it wasn't just me.
I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
Too late, I was never angry. Ha, nerd. Yoink. You don't mind if I take this used bottle of perfume, do you, young purveyor of apples and oranges? Thanks, got it, good, excellent. A smithing stone again? Awesome.
Could you help me out?
I'm running low on supplies. Soon I won't have anything left for forging weapons or making repairs. Sorry to bother you with this, but can you fetch some materials with me? Again, too late. Already done did it.
I could count on you.
Ha, helpful. So you want to repair that sword? I'll give you the necessary materials for free. Just this once. Sweet. Thank you. Oh, I thought they gave you 20 to start with. Well,
Hey there.
not to worry. We've got 20 already. 20-ish. So what is, I won't do this just yet, but we're definitely going to want to mess with this later. Start getting training sword pluses for everyone. Thank you.
What do you
I should also, oh, I did replenish them. My mistake. A pond snail? Delightful. Hello.
I could use your help.
Bandits have overrun my trade route. Please, can you clear them out so that the merchants can reach the monastery? I can try. That'll be excellent. We'll be able to get fishing bait, gifts for people, tea, all kinds of stuff once we get the merchants in town. Hey, Ingrid, you're still hanging around the opening the entrance hall.
Professor, please leave Sylvain alone for the time being.
I already spoke to him.
The thing is, the bandits' leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's disinherited older brother.
Ah, yeah, well, there is that, isn't there? I'm very sorry to hear that. You seem like you'll be a good friend to him in his time of need. Thank you, Ingrid. Hey, Gilbert. I mean, who are you?
If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert.
Hey, Gilbert.
My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities.
That's very kind. Thank you, Psychomantis. It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
I wonder what he says if you say Arch too formal, though. But I don't have the guts to pick the rude options. I've played some scary horror games in my time, but nothing scares me more. That's everyone talks to, is it not? Except for the second floor. Again, I still haven't been there. My goodness, I gotta get going on that. Hadn't I? Hadn't I? I've got to. Shouldn't I? I've got to. No, yeah, that makes sense. I've got to, haven't I? It's all so awful.
The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent.
I know, it sucks.
Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days.
No more, I beg you, prithee. How could it get any worse?
Apparently, a spirit of death, a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens.
What?
Will the madness never end?
Garbage. Can't believe this is happening. God's abandoned us, clearly. We should all stop being members of the church. Iggy, how's it going?
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange?
Haven't talked to the guy recently, unfortunately.
Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Who knows with that man? Apparently there's someone standing around in the little equipment room over here, but I can't say who. Yeah, really, I know. The Western Church. They're really out of place, aren't they? There's one person just standing in the... What is this room even called? Common room, right. I don't understand why there's a bunch of, like, armor on display in the common room, but it's a ritzy monastery, church, place, academy thing, I suppose. Hammond, Ignos says you've been acting weird. Are you acting weird?
Oh my. The crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames.
Alright, Ignos, I see what you mean. He's acting a bit weird.
No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective.
Of course.
Professional.
excitement is understandable.
The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
And yet, indeed. I 100% agree. Captain Gerald seems worried. Captain Gerald seems non-existent. Oh, right, I suppose this is what's going on today, is it? Is the Find Gerald quest?
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned?
It could be the fact that his child is going out on dangerous expeditions and leading other people's children into dangerous expeditions, all for the church's sake. And all this Western Church stuff and rumors of the Death Knight. I don't know. Could be a lot.
If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can.
I don't know.
Okay. I doubt there's anything I can do for him, but I figured I'd ask anyway.
I wouldn't say that. I'm sure he appreciates your assistance. Your assistance. It's weird that a few NPCs like this one hang around in between chapters and say the same stuff.
Really?
I think so. Hey, Zenith.
Ah, Professor. Gerald was looking for you.
Where is he?
It seems he has gone off somewhere.
Thanks, Zenith.
If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
Roger that. Oh, I've got 2 quests. Right, I've also got maintaining your training.
Something to ask of you.
Instructing your students should always be your foremost priority. But that does not mean you can grow complacent. You must keep up with your own training as well. Thanks for the concern, Sedith. Gerald is looking for you. I last saw him near his quarters, but if he is not there, simply ask around. Where are his quarters? Oh, they're right up in the 2nd floor around here, right. You're gonna give me some bear for finding my own father? Thank you. Here we are.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within.
I'm so constantly bewildered by the power that's hidden within.
However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly.
Well, that's... again, no pressure.
You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny.
Ah, God,
that the
stop
goddess
talking
has
about
seen fit
destinies
to grant
and fulfillment. Just go to T so we can get this quest over with. Herbal remedies,
May
you say?
I ask a favor of you?
It is not always easy to adjust to life here at the monastery. I am sure the transition has been less than comfortable for some of your students. Perhaps you can help them by giving them some weeds for consumption. All right. Confidence herbs and hopeful herbs. Confidence, I guess, for Marianne, but hopeful. Hopeful herbs. Who is lacking hope in the Golden Deer? Oh no, maybe confidence is for Ignatz and hopeful is for Marianne. That would make a little more sense. I understand that you sometimes extend invitations to have tea. I've been so busy lately, but I would deeply enjoy the opportunity to share tea with you. I get renowned for it, so let's go for it. All right. I can't wait to talk about work a whole bunch. Tea of the Saints. I guess I don't have a choice. Even commoners have tried this cost-efficient tea, which is a mixture of herbs. It's a tad bitter. Is there a tea that isn't a mixture of herbs? I guess leaves of certain trees and such aren't exactly herbs.
I'm pleased to have been invited. I am grateful.
The last battle, things you find romantic dreams of. I've been dreaming about God-related stuff. We should talk about that in excruciating detail. The opera, I'm counting on you. You are most necessary for my continued existence. The Dial Guardian has a... Huh?
Is that so?
Why don't you want to talk about food?
How quickly this delightful time has passed.
It was great.
However, we must return to our work.
It seems like all we did was talk about work. I tried to change the topic of conversation
I
and...
appreciate your effort.
It's wonderful to spend time with someone dear to me. It reminds me of days long since past. Should you wish to share tea again, I would gladly accept. Oh, goody. Thanks for the extra tea, by the way. Oh yes, Ignatz is one of the people we want to give something to. I could talk to Leone and get more information about Captain Gerald, but I know where he is, so I think I'm just going to cut to the chase there. Not going any wild goose chase of any such description. This is... well, no, sorry, I meant this. These are for you. Herbs for people who are overly self-critical. Will help them see their own value. What kind of herbs help you see your own value exactly?
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, my friend. Marianne, I've got some herbs that will help you see the light. Not the light of the... It's not a religious thing. It's just weeds. Herbs people who constantly expect the worst will imbue their thoughts with a bit of optimism. They really could not have made it sound any more sketchy, could they? Here's some optimism for you, Marianne. In weed form.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
I appreciate your effort.
It seems you have done well at fulfilling your duty as a professor. I look forward to watching you blossom here. You're just full of lovely renown and food to give us today, even though you didn't want to talk about food. Gerald, I've been told that you were looking for me for some reason or another. Howdy. Oh, graveyard. Fun place for a chat.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother.
Sure, let's go.
She's resting beneath this humble grave.
No, that wasn't hard at all. Why is her grave here?
Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you.
So you're saying by being born I ruined everything. Ugh, I see how it is.
She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you, but she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it.
Will do.
This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours.
Really? You're gonna give that to me? It's such a swanky looking ring. Where'd you come by this?
One day.
Or did she give it to you?
I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love, as well as I love her.
I could do that today, honestly, Gerald. I've found the one. I've been thinking of getting a legal name change so that we have a fun partner name. But anyway.
Done. You have my thanks.
So, you found Gerald visiting a grave, did you? Interesting. I would not have expected him to know anyone buried here. Still, none of my business, I suppose. Does Zenith not know that he used to, hang around here a lot? Anyone, I guess he, right, I guess he wouldn't have known that that Gerald was close with anyone who was, important enough to be buried at the church, I guess. Anyway, that's finally everyone talked to, I believe. As far as quests, we have a few to undertake here, but I think they're mostly battle quests. Battle quests. Get items from people during battle quests and battle quests. So, right, okay. God, we really got to get a head start on those, but we should have a higher professor level before. I'm not going to be able to get it up, am I? Don't take that out of context. I think we should do a meal just for the professor level, but really what I need is for some students to ask some questions. A festival in the...
Excuse me.
A festival in the dining hall with plenty of fresh fish for all to enjoy. Effects are enhanced with when dining with a fish enthusiast. Now, who is a fish enthusiast aside from Flane? Many people, apparently. Jeepers. Now, we should get some motivations up, because we are lacking somewhat. Well, before I do that, let's check calendar. You know what I think makes a lot of sense to do? I think it makes sense if we do another monastery day right after this. Oh, but... Well, okay, we have a choice to make. Because if we do another monastery day, then our professor level will almost definitely be at C. So I think that's when you get 2 battles. So then we'll be able to do more battles on the battle day if we take this day to do the battle day. But if we do the battle day here, we can get the merchant one done with, so that we can have the merchants unlocked for this. I think I'm going to do the 2 monastery days, though, because I'd rather have the double battles, probably. Levels are going to be important here. I think really that's the best of both worlds, because then we get 2 monastery days and 2 battles. All that to say, we'll have time to raise people's motivation tomorrow. Or sorry, on the next free day, before the next teaching day. So even if we're only going to be able to do Lysithia, Marianne, and Happy... and Ignots to teach last night's teaching day, and we won't be able to get them very far. Oh, well, actually, before I do this, I should turn everyone's lost items in and see how far we get along there, because that will bring their motivation up a fair bit as well. So we've got a whole bunch of lost items I've been neglecting. What do we have? Unused lipstick. Sylvain. Sorry for the fratricide we're going to have to be doing, but, here you go.
Oh, that's mine. Oh, thanks, Professor. You really saved the day.
No problem. I don't suppose you couldn't replace it, but I'm glad you got it back anyway. And Feather Pillow, that's for Linhart, who was talking about getting kicked out. Where was he talking about getting kicked out? Was it in the academy? He was, yes. Professor. Hey, Annette again. All right, Linhart's not in my class. I was looking in my own classroom. That was weird. Hi again, Annette.
Oh, thank you. I gave up hope of ever finding it.
Well, I mean, you said yourself you only go between the library and the dining hall, so I think you'd have found it soon enough. That is, someone else didn't take it first, I suppose. Felix, this be yours, do it not?
That's mine. Thank you for finding it.
You got it, pal. Also, I was looking around on the wiki the other day, and I think I did find that it is actually a bit more rigid than I realized, and I don't think there is an RNG component. You need to have at least this rank in this skill and this number in this stat for them to join you in any given thing. Nevertheless, but naturally those decrease a great deal by the time you get your supports up to the point where you don't really need to be very good at anything if you're a good friends. Art book! Oh, Seth has more to talk to us now that this is over with. What's up, pal?
How are you managing the Sword of the Creator?
No
problems? I hope you have not left it lying somewhere unattended or anything foolish like
I'm not quite used to it yet.
Not used to it? Take it outside the monastery then. You need to come to grips with it. And quickly.
I'm gonna take it outside the monastery. I haven't been outside the monastery since we got it. Teaching the kids is still of importance, Edith. I'm sorry. This yours?
Oh, that's mine.
Grand.
Thank you so much. I've been looking everywhere.
No problem, Palio. Use bottled perfume, so it's particular about fashion, right? It was that we found that near the market where Hilda was hanging out earlier, and she is in the Officers Academy presently talking to Lysithia von Ordelia. Hello again, Annette. Hi.
Oh, you found it. Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart.
You got it, pal. Doing this will give us we won't have to use the meal. What I was getting at was I wanted to use the meal on people who are outside our class to get more supports up. Like with Petra and Catherine probably is who I'm going to bring, because I want them recruited sooner rather than later. Right, so I bet the secret roster we can find will tell us like the stats of all the students who are not in our class at the moment, which will be pretty cool. So I think we do want to do that quest, but probably clearing the way is more pressing. But we'll be able to get 2 done as far as if all goes well here. I think I might try and get the battle done in this episode as well. I'm going a little over time as it stands, but it'll be mostly sort of grunt work we're doing around the monastery on the next day and in the battle day. So I think I'll be good to be quiet through a lot of it anyway. And we'll be doing much better in our battle quests as it stands, I believe. We're reaching the point where we're not like struggling with them really much as it stands. So I've got a whole bunch in renown as it stands. Oh hell yeah, I could upgrade the thingy. You know the one. For any seeds that I'm not going to use, let's just keep them down at like the nearest multiple of 5. May as well just offer them to get a few extra points here and there. As for all this stuff, these are the ones that we really usually find we're to have tons of. Cabbage, I mean, we don't need 10, we don't need 15 cabbages, do we? Let's just offer these little bumps to row around here and there. This is what I do in Breath of the Wild. I just give things away till we're at the nearest multiple of 5 usually. So I'll do that here. Turnips, no turnip cake for us. God, I could go for some turnip cake right now. The meat's a little harder to come by, so I don't think I'll give that away. And the ditto for the tea, that's can be kind of important. But I should make a habit of every now and then just dropping a few items in there just to slowly build our renown. I should head back to the statues after this, really. Hello, Kitty. Oh my god, you cat. What? Have some crayfish. I'm not going to use them on anything else, I don't suppose, so. Even though I guess you'll get full pretty quickly. And there's a lower chance of me getting stuff from it because it's lower tier. I may as well do it. We got some black sand steel and great. Excellent. Awesome. Why am I here? Right, because I reckon this brush is Yuri's. Is it?
Oh, you found it, huh?
There you go. Oh, he does have eyeshadow. I'm wrong.
Thanks.
I thought he only had like eyeliner. You got it, partner? No problemo. The Nimbus charm, that's ought to be Constance's, and she is in the greenhouse.
It's like this.
It's like this, see? She's in the greenhouse, which is convenient actually because I'm meaning to head over there anyway because I did not plant anything just yet because I was waiting for my professor level to increase, which it does not look like it is going to. I'll still have a meal anyway because I maybe during the festival you get a bunch more professor level and maybe I'm underestimating how much you get, but I thought you only got like a few hundred. Should I make food with someone for stat increases though? I think it's probably more, we're gonna be alright for this month. Tower Black Winds isn't too hard. Like the reinforcements are a little obnoxious but with our... yeah, well, it's certainly one that's much easier if you have magic. I think we're going to be okay for it, because we've got, Lysithia's got Soul Blade now, so that's going to be a mega leg up. And we're going to be able to ring Happy, which will help us for the boss of that place, if you see what I mean.
My mistake.
My mistake? Is that what she said? Oh, Constance.
Yes, that does belong to me. I deeply regret putting you through this trouble.
That's okay. I never even thought about it, but she probably has different dialogue for,
No.
Look, I didn't even get to say what I was going to say. She probably has different dialogue for returning lost items and all that stuff, and, like, gifts and all that, when she's in the sun versus the dark. I hadn't even thought about that. Hi. Right, now that I've done all that, I'll head to the dining hall. I'll have a meal with Catherine and Petra. I think they both were decently liking fish, right? Because Petra loves hanging out by the ocean, and Catherine just loves a good hearty meal. A simple dish. Airmid pike is pickled in vinegar and served with cabbage between 2 slices of bread. Oh, fish sandwich. Oh, it sounds good. It does sound really good. Let's see this sandwich. Oh, it looks good.
I would be liking that greatly.
Me too.
Eating food always fires me up. Hoorah! Let's go fight somebody.
On a full stomach? God, you get stitches. It'll suck. Anyway, that was fun. Yeah, I only got like 200 from that. And it did not raise my supports. Right, time to plant, and then it's time to be off. We'll just go with the root vegetable seeds again. Try and proc that ambrosia. Prune. And I'll just use the one pond snail here because the fistfuls of fish is nice for... We're learning is very nice for giving animal fish to the animals. Oh, it's a golden one. Do I get multiple of the glimmering ones? Excellent. That is if I can manage to not completely fail this. Wow, that was actually pretty slick. Platinum, golden, woohoo! Oh, that was swanky. And we learned that they are not so good for to give the pagan altar, so we'll just give those off right away. As far as I'm concerned, that is what we will do. Sweet. Oh, right. And sorry, I said to go to the same statues. Silly me.
Need something?
You could say that, yeah. Right. Oh, excellent. We just do divine pulse from each of them.
You're all set.
I could also go as far as the bow, but I'm just gonna get both the divine pulses now because. Oh, being up to 5 will be such a weight off my shoulders that it nearly doubles our Divine Pulse skills. All right, and we're going to probably be wanting to put as much as we've got into in-deck from now on because we want bow up, we want brawling up, we want experience up.
See you again soon.
See ya. Right, part of the reason we have more renown in this than probably I've ever had at this point in the story before is because with the DLC quests now we're getting extra renown from all that, not to mention the Pagan Altar. Good, is there anything else I want to do before we leave? I don't think so, I think that's all good. I haven't done anything with the blacksmith yet, but we can do that. We don't have to do that here, we can do that right in the battlefield, which I think is a better idea because I can actually see what enemies we have before us and all that. But for now, it is time to teach. First, I'll just check all our goals, make sure we're all good here. Yep. And group task, I've still got to see people on flying. I've got Happy and Constance on flying, which I think makes sense because they still don't have a single support level yet, and I want to see those support levels, and they both get a higher increase from it, and we want Happy to be building that since I'm only teaching her in brawling. I think we'll keep them there for now. We didn't raise everyone's motivation like tons, but by the lost items, but we can at least do Happy, Ignots, and then I suppose Marianne and Lysithia. Because we want our mages teaching them and brawling as much as possible. Let's just do it from top to bottom. Start with the Ignots. So you need brawling and flying. Right, you've got a weakness in flying, so I think I will help you out with this.
I can't believe I got it right.
I can. You did so good.
No, I just got lucky.
Look, I'm the teacher. I say you did a fabulous job. God damn it, man. Have some pride. No, I'm sorry. I appreciate your humility. It's a very endearing trait. Don't let anyone tell you have to change. And all the saint statues are giving us massive bonuses for all this stuff moving on here. I haven't expected you into flying in the slightest, but brawling is definitely the crucial thing for you anyway. So I will carry on with that. Like the flying, it'll be nice for everyone, but it's not wholly necessary. Right, okay, the refreshment thing, you get +4 on each thing I teach you, which is really, really cool. And you have a natural affinity for flying, so you don't need any help with that. The brawling is the one we want. So let's do that. Nicely done.
Thanks for taking the time.
Anytime, Happy.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Anytime you have motivation, that is. I can't legally teach you if you're not motivated. Yeah, sweet, you're up to D now? Marvelous. That gives you Fading Blow.
I'm getting the hang of this.
That you are. Well done!
You're laying it on a little thick.
I can't help it. I am in love with you. Marianne needs brawling. The statue it does the barest amount to offset the weakness, unfortunately. But whatever, we'll tolerate that.
That was nice.
There you go. And we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Please someone ask a question.
May I?
Please!
Excuse me. Can you help me? I always get the feeling that I'm being watched. I get so nervous that I can't sleep at night.
That's the goddess watching over you. You're safe here. It could be someone who's interested in you. You may be right. You should be careful. I don't think we want to say that. Could be someone who's interested in you. I think that this is the one that will set her the most at ease, probably. That's the goddess watching over you. You're safe here. Which is weird to say when I'm the goddess reborn. I guess I don't know that, though, so... It's not weird for me to say it, but... Huh? Oh, no, wait. I have no idea which one it was, then. It could have been either of the other ones. Either way, Professor leveled up! Yahoo! Activity points for instructing exploration is increased, and number of adjutants. We can finally have 1. Monthly funds and battles. Masterclass is unlocked. Cooking book... recipe for cooking book has been expanded. Oh, no more battles, actually. Weird. I thought that was what happened to Professor level C, but it turns out I was wrong. That's fine. Nevertheless, all that other stuff was good, and the adjutant is finally a thing, so... We can bring some friends. I guess we may as well bring Constance with. Constance with Happy. The reason I'm not just focusing on that one because I want to see the supports, but also because Happy as a DLC character gets rather few supports. We're probably going to be willing to bring Constance as an adjutant for her later on in the story to give her extra accuracy and stuff. A lord has to lead troops into battle, so it's important that I master authority. And if I'm going to hold my own in the vanguard, I'll need to achieve sword mastery as well. Might be a challenge, but nothing I can't handle. Shame, because you're going with brawling and flying, Claude. Did not get the memo. We need healing focus. It's Yuri's birthday! Tea time! What do you think Yuri would like? Might like mint. Crescent moon seems like him somehow. Fermented dried seeds, has a soft and subtle flavor. Ooh. Angelica, though? I don't know what Angelica tastes like. Let's try it.
You asked me here for a reason, yeah? Well, at the very least, this should be interesting.
Not the warmest greeting I've ever received, but sure. Ah, it wasn't his favorite. Drink now and eat the 5 cookies. They're so stale. I haven't been able to pass them off to anybody. Anyway, I feel like Yuri should be an easy one to get. Like, I feel like his interests are reasonably well defined. First crush is Swoden's feature, bro. He likes cooking. Right. I was gonna go first crushes because he's a bit of a flirt, but the ideal professor, gardening mishaps, relaxing at the sauna. All right, take it back. This is really hard. Right, okay. The last battle, the ideal relationship.
That's so.
Ah! Damn it! I was wrong. It wasn't easy.
Cool. Thanks for the treat, friend. Let's do this again sometime, yeah?
Sure. See you next birthday. I raised some bond, although I didn't get any, I did not get...
My darkest fear is that I shall be a burden to you till
Charisma
you're
bond.
happy.
Yeesh. Try not to worry about that, okay? Let's both focus on getting this done. See if you can work in the shade, Coco. We might finish up more quickly that way.
They already gave us this dialogue, which probably means we're gonna get it perfect this time, right?
This is proof enough that the bond we forged underground has borne fruit.
Actually, this looks the same.
It's a little dramatic, but you're not wrong. We work well together.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, maybe they got perfect last time, too. Sweet. And that's E+ for Happy, right? For flying?
I'm getting the hang of this.
Well done, you. Are they? I just realized, does this little scene happen in my quarters? Did they just show up in my room to be like, we flew around, we didn't spot anyone weird? That's so strange. Anyway.
I feel like I get it now.
A whole bunch of brawling is going up.
Grasp on this.
You're up to D.
I think it's coming along.
You're up to something plus, D+, I guess? Yes. Very well done. I still remember which rank you get healing focus at. I think it's C, but it might be B. Anyway, like I was saying before, I think it's time to do another monastery day. I'll be able to plant more ambrosia today and all. Any certification? We don't have any people classed up. So I'll just head back and explore again. Oh, I didn't try and recruit anyone at the end of last time. Oh, it's fine. My skills haven't increased much, so I'll just do it this time. We've got 5 points to spend, in fact, now. Oh, boy, heck and howdy. It probably would be worth increasing some of my personal skills at this point. Not, like, intrapersonal skills. As in my combat skills to help my recruitments along at this point, since I have a bunch of extra points now. But then again, professor level, it would be good to get it up a whole bunch by doing a whole bunch of meals together. But then it's really the questions that bump your professor level the most. Anyway, first step is obviously harvesting these. Dang it. Again, no ambrosia, but we're able to put 3 vegetable seeds in this time and have a better cultivation, so I have high hopes for the next time. Oh, sports increased with someone. Oh, Happy and Constance finally have their support. Okay, good. We'll be doing that at the end of this Explore Day, I think. All right, the question is, what are we spending our points on? And I've still got an owl feather, right? It makes some amount of sense to get Happy's motivation up, not just because I love her, but because we already did the sauna with her, so she's learning more from all teaching things we do with her this month. In that case, if I'm gonna, I'd want her to get to max rank probably, so I won't just give her the owl feather. I'll probably give her we'll go to a meal with her. As for let's use our gifts to get higher supports with people. I think shall I give the owl feather to Catherine or Petra? I think I'll give it to Petra, and I'll give the baked treat to Mercedes, because we don't really need anyone's motivation going up by I could get Lysithea's motivation up a whole bunch more by giving it to her, but I'm getting a little antsy about getting other people to our party at this point, so supports are going to be important. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Where is Petra? Where is that girl? Reception hall. Of course. Here you go. I suppose making a meal with someone couldn't hurt today, but we're probably going to be wanting to do a lot of just eating with everyone. But we have 5 points, so let's do this, and we can raise our bond with someone out of our party. Have I done it with Catherine yet? I don't know. Let's do that. Right, so we've got all these extra ones down here. So which one is the moose for? It's for HP and strength +1. Yeah, that's a hard sell. Especially because you gotta get the magic curse from it, and that involves planting something other than root vegetable seeds. Whoa, hold on, a tick here. What is this? Swanky. I guess really it makes most sense to always be doing these with people who are out of our party and who like it. So Bernadetta, Ash, and Mercedes and Manuela are the ones who make the most sense for it. Sort of, but I think we should be able to get Catherine up to C pretty soon if we do all this stuff. Okay, so we get HP +3, we get the Dex bump, luck, or again we could do defense. I'm gonna go for the Dex now because we're all starting to build pretty well in Dex and speed, so we could actually be getting some decent crits if we just put a little focus on doing the Dex thing.
You can cook too, huh? Let's see who's better.
I really can't. I'm relying on you for this.
You've got deft hands, I admit. Now see what I can do.
Please.
Of course.
Thank you. Wow. You sure cooked that fish. Man, if you made 2 of those things in 1 month, you'd have a +4 to Dex. That would be, for everyone, that would be awesome. Right, let's bring some motivations up. Today's special is pheasant roast with berry sauce. And like I was saying, we want Happy to get this, what are her, I know she doesn't have many sports in our party. Does she have any again? Not really. But I'll eat with her anyway, so, between Claude, Raphael, and Lysithea, what are their... Claude... They each have C, right? With each other? Claude has C with both of them. Raphael and Lysithea have C also, so... It doesn't really matter which one of these, which one I bring with Happy, because the other 2 will be able to get their support. I guess I'll do Raphael and Lysithea because they're just... No, I'll bring Raphael because Lysithea and Claude have a higher... Can go higher with their bond. Did Raphael and Lysithea go to A? Oh, they do as well. Okay, so really, I can eat with either of the lads because Lysithea can get to A with either of them, so it makes more sense for them to be building because they have farther to go, rather than Raphael and Claude who only go up to B. Let's eat with Claude and Happy then, and we'll do Raphael and Lysithea next. Oh, it does look good.
Wow, this is all kinds of tasty.
That smell, it's amazing. My fave, in fact. Do you like it too?
I do. I love the smell of it, and its plate also smells very good. Actually, I forgot we don't get to do the day's special twice in a row. So we could have orchestrated it any other way anyway. So who's missing motivation? Aldi's peeps. Again, special emphasis on our Ignots, who is weak in flying, and our mages, or our Marianne anyway, who is weak in brawling. So I think we want. I guess I'll bring Marianne and Ignots. Now, I guess we could just get everyone's motivation up with this, couldn't we? It's probably worth doing. And this is a really cheap one to make, and most people like it in our party. Ignots and Marianne. Let's do it.
This food is a revelation. I can't help but smile when I eat it.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
I'm glad we all like it and have meaningful reasons to like it. Delicious. Just gobsmackingly splendid. Right, okay, I should slow down a little, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I was saying before, I need to get my skills up with people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run around to all the people who aren't in our party, hit recruit on them, and then I'll decide which skills I want building for that at that point. Sorry, the lighting isn't great on me because my light did die earlier, and I'm so bad at remembering to charge it. Hi! I can't recruit the professors yet, can I? No. Maybe Sedith? He still hasn't really warmed to us, so I don't suppose so. Felix, my dude.
Impressive.
What do you say?
Join me for some training sometime.
That's a no. Okay, speed and sword, right. So we're getting there. Ash likes charisma and authority, was it? Charisma and lance, right. So I don't have any lance, which is why that's going on. Really, the main 4 weapons, sword, lance, axe, brawling, I should be getting up at least to like D for my for the purpose of recruiting people. Magic and bow. Oh, I've got to support with someone. Claude up to C+. I wasn't expecting that. Magic and reason. Right, actually, Dorothea was rather close, so... Okay, not quite. Dex and riding for you, right, okay. So my Dex is growing well enough, I just need to teach her riding. I'm gonna prioritize that, probably. Strength and brawling, right, okay. And Catherine just needs level, I think. Whoop. Just needs level, I'm pretty sure. What could she teach us in sword and brawling? Okay, that's cool. Right, and I get a little bit of extra because of the sauna. Oh, there's something over here. An earthworm. Marvelous. Bernadette I should be able to recruit rather easily at some point anyway, because I'm already using bows. I'm not great with them, and my strength is growing decently well as well. Once again, as expected, we did not sway anybody. What I want is to find who can offer me some faculty training. Oh, right. So I think, does Hanneman... Well, Gerald can teach us some riding, can't he? This is awkward, Gerald, and I know you're busy in, like, at the grave yard paying your respects and all. Okay, teach me how to ride a horse. There's this girl you see who's super strong, and I want her to cut my enemies in half. Thank you, Gerald. I got bond up with Gerald? I forgot that was a thing. All right, is there anyone else who can teach me riding? Sedith and Rhea have a pretty varied skill set. I think probably Sedith's gonna be more like axe, flying, and lance. Let's just have a look in case. Sword, lance, axe, authority, flying. Good, okay. I probably want some flying as well, but then also probably some of the main these. And both of the magics are also useful for me to have, I suppose. Really, if I do want to recruit everyone, you can't have all your skills at E. You need to have them all anyway, so all up at like at least D, I think. Anyway, so I should basically just be bumping whichever ones are lower than D. So my lance, my axe, my heavy armor, my flying, I've got no experience whatsoever in, so I suppose they're worthwhile. He teaches bow and reason. Does he also teach riding? Oh, he does. Let's do that. Thank you very much, Hanneman.
I still have much to learn.
That is clear. Can't hurt to try anyway. And just to be absolutely clear, I did already plant the greenhouse things today. Yes. Then it's support time. I'll try turning off the system again for this and just try to remember to turn it back on after each time. I guess it'll be pretty obvious I have it off. Because Claude and I have a support, and so do Happy and Constance. And that one I really want to see, because I'm pretty sure I've technically seen all of Claude's before, just it was a while ago and I don't really remember. Yep. Claude, you keep showing up outside my room. It's a little weird. Oh no, I'm curious to see how you're doing. Hi.
Hey, Teach, hold on a minute, okay? I'm gonna have this cleared up in no time.
You'd think I would have to go to his dorm for this to happen, but whatever. Need some help?
Nah, that's okay. I'll be finished soon. I'm just in the middle of mixing up a new poison. And...
why were you all coy about it a moment ago and now you're just telling me?
What do you think of that, Teach? A colorless, odorless poison.
Yeah,
Say,
it's scary.
Test it out for me?
Sure.
Whoa, really? Actually, I was just kidding. If you drink this, in 2 days' time, you'll have terrible, let's call it stomach trouble. I hear your silent question, Teach. Why the delay? That's so it can be used even if you don't have access to the target when you need the poison to take effect.
I'm glad you're so passionate about this. And then that way it's less detectable. No one would ever, because you could be nowhere near and no one would even know it was you.
Naturally, I have no immediate plans for this stuff. I suppose I just felt like broadening the old horizons a bit.
And you sort of thought you'd start with poison, did you?
When devising schemes, it's best to have as many options at your disposal as possible. Expanding those options is kind of a hobby for me.
It's good to have a hobby, Claude. Why such a dangerous hobby?
Well, I grew up in an environment where it was necessary to think that way. It's like I told you before, I wasn't born into a life of luxury. Ever since I was a child, I've always been seen as different from those around me. An outsider of sorts. I've been resented and hated. There have even been attempts on my life. I don't believe I've earned such treatment, but that's how it goes for people like me.
I feel like the music isn't really reading your vibes, Claude. That's horrifically sad. I don't think of you as an outsider.
Thanks, Teach. You know, in many ways, I'm just a normal person like everyone else.
In many
but
ways.
in the right environment, anyone could be seen as an outsider.
That's true.
It can become overwhelming. And that's why I kept running, kept fighting. As a kid, I spent a lot of time licking my wounds and coming up with schemes, trying to keep my nose out of trouble while plotting against my enemies. My parents always told me I wouldn't grow stronger if I didn't learn to fight my own battles. And so in the end, I did. And I grew up to be as independent, as self-reliant as my parents always wished for me to be. Lucky me, right?
Well, as far as I can tell, it comes from a slightly less vengeful place now, though. So that's good. You've been through a lot.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it must be you, eh, Teach? I get the feeling you know what it's like to be an outsider.
I don't think it's really the same.
The moment I first laid eyes on you, I knew you weren't like everyone else. People don't care for folks like that. You do well to watch your back.
Noted.
On the bright side, that's also part of the reason that I find you so interesting.
Well, that'll be a little comfort to me if I get killed. There are attempts on my life as there were yours. Oh, never mind. We're up at B. So wait, we already did C, C+, and B? But 3 supports with Claude? I didn't realize. Oh, no, sorry. B is the one that has the plus. So we've just done C and B. Got it, cool. Oh, wow, our support result is awesome. Mostly the might increase only happens with special bonds, which is like between Professor and House Leader and like anyone where they already are best friends, like Ignatz and Raphael. And I think Marianne and Hilda get might up. Oh, they don't. Never mind. Happy and Coco! Let's see it.
Hey, Coco. How are you? Happy.
in the world has gotten into you? It would be easier to understand you if you were
Oh, that caught me so off guard.
Kindly finish what you are eating and then say your piece.
My pleasure. Nothing better than fresh pastries. You sure you don't want one?
No way she just came out of the dining hall with like an armful of like muffins and stuff. Oh, that's the best.
It's not about whether I want a bun or not. It's about your atrocious manners.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Constance. This is the most delightful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Walking around with your arms and jaws stuffed full of unwrapped pastries? There are crumbs all over your lips, your clothes. You've left a trail of them behind you. Unacceptable.
The gasp.
Hey, I paid for them. I can eat them however I want.
Yeah, lay off,
Sure you don't
Coco.
want a bite? If you don't have any, I'm just gonna eat them all. You have to try them fresh out of the oven if you want the full effect. Pretty soon they'll get cold. Oh, I'll explain in noble speak so you understand. They have a crisp, oven-browned exterior and a sophisticated, spongy sweetness lying within. Not interested? That's fine. More for me.
I was going to say, not so fast. Spare one for me, but only because you insisted. It would be rude of me to decline an offering made in good faith. One must mind one's manners.
You're really dragging this out. Here, I'll make it easy for you. Open up.
Wait, don't you?
Not bad, right?
I cannot, in good conscience, acknowledge this as anything but delicious.
Now you have crumbs all over you too. Your form could use a little work. Next time, stuff the whole thing in your mouth at once. That's the proper way to eat a snack like this. If you ate this at some stuffy party, cutting it into sensible little bites, the experience would be ruined.
I see your point. There are more types of dining in this world than I was ready to allow for. You've won me over.
Let's eat them while we head to the cathedral and litter the ground with crumbs.
A capital idea! Wait, no, not the cathedral! You've lost me again, Happy.
I have no idea what I was expecting from that, but it definitely was not me walking out of the dining hall with an armful of pastries, forcing one into Constance's mouth and insisting that she come raise hell with her. That was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I cannot wait for the rest of those. Her questions are you. What? What did you say? I'm calling it now. That's the best support chain in the game. I don't even care. Right, I don't suppose there's anything much else we need to do here. We spent all our activity points. It is time to be... Oh, do we have any gifts we need to be given to people? No! It's off to battle with us! After more teaching, of course! Which we've got a whole bunch of motivations up for this, and I think it, like I said before, makes sense to do Happy again because you still got a sauna buff. And I think, again, brawling is the thing to do. Let's do it.
Look at that.
D+.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Sweet. Excellent. As for our other people who are motivated, sorry, Hilda, I think I'm leaving you out to dry again. I'm doing Claude, Ignatz, and Marianne. As for Claude, again, brawling being sort of the priority here because he's got a strength in all of the things we're teaching him, flying, bow, and sword. There you go. Well done, Claude. Well done. Just splendid. I've never seen anything like it in all my days of mercenarying. And you could use some flying because your brawling's all right. It's not, you don't have a weakness or anything, so that's good. Get that flying there, boy. Get some D plus E's there, and it's gonna be good. Fabulous. I think is it C is avoidance plus alert stance thing, and then A is alert stance plus? Sorry, I think it's C is alert stance, and then A is alert stance plus. It might be C plus is alert stance, and then A is alert stance plus, or something like that. We shall see. Marianne, I need your brawling. Alright, I get extra teaching points, so actually, not to worry, Hilda, we will be able to teach you yet. As for, I think flying probably makes the most sense. Your sword isn't amazing as it stands, but it's coming along. And your brawling is going alright. Yeah, let's bring the flying up.
I think I got the hang of it.
Well done. Off you go now. By which I mean, here's the start of this lecture. I'm curious to know how Ignatz is doing. We're going to have the clicks for it, but sure, that works as well.
Alright, time to sneak off and do some painting. Professor, such lovely weather today, huh?
We're inside.
I was, just about to go for a walk.
Why are you bringing paper? And so much of it, too.
What, this? No, it's, I'm sorry, Professor. I'll admit it. I was going to do some painting.
This is just exhausting. I could have sworn I said last time when we ended it that I didn't mind if you painted or what.
You remember the place where we talked before? I've been painting the scenery there.
Gorgeous.
I'm still keeping up with my academics and training, of course.
Wouldn't it be hard to paint on like paper and not a canvas? I guess if you're using watercolors, they're like a little lighter. But I feel like I would have thought most paint would be like really heavy. You like tear the paper in half.
I just paint in my spare time, as a change of pace.
I'm not accusing you.
Oh, you're not? Ah, well, yes, I suppose you're not.
On account of the fact that you didn't say anything accusatory or anything.
I may have gotten ahead of myself. I'm sorry for panicking there. Honestly, I'm just worried that my father will find out that I've been painting.
Ah, well, I'm not going to tell him.
Of course. Why would you go out of your way to tell him that?
Never met him.
Completely illogical of me. But it seems I've developed a bit of a complex about it. My father's not a fan of my artistic pastime, you see. We're a merchant family, and my older brother is set to inherit the business. As for me, my father decided I should be a knight. That's why I'm at the academy. Painting won't help me become a knight. It's a waste of time.
Is that why you feel guilty about it?
Well, yes. I feel like I'm betraying my parents.
It was you yourself who said getting relaxed helps you with all the studying and night stuff, though, right? Like having a using hobby that relaxes you. So I wouldn't say it's a waste of time.
I hear the business has been slow for them over the past few years. If I become a knight for an influential noble house, I could use my connections to help support them. My father was determined to send me here. He must have been, considering the enormous amount of money he spent. I don't think I'm well suited to being a knight. My parents sent me to the academy for their sake, not my own.
That's how it goes.
When I think about how hard my family is working just to stay in business, how can I sit idly by? All of which is just to say that painting will have to remain my little hobby. Nothing more. Not that I could make a career out of it even if I wanted to. That's just a fantasy.
Not the way I hear it. Have fun on your walk. Nothing like a little talk about the tragedies of responsibility to get your motivation up, eh? Jeepers creepers. Leonie's birthday?
It's tea time.
I bet she would like something practical that calms you like
Thanks for inviting
chamomile.
me.
Never mind, damn it. Look at all the cookies. We got the nice jelly ones, the ones with jelly-filled centers. Delightful.
This is great.
It is great. Hey, last time we talked, you mentioned that you were really upset about me not taking my father seriously or something like that. Can we get into that? No, maybe we should avoid that. Cooking mishaps, you seem different. School uniforms. You seem stronger, is what I meant to say. Plans for the future. First crushes, you're doing great work. Really just exemplary murder out there. I'm counting on you, man.
I don't care what you think of me. I just don't want to lose to you.
This is growing increasingly evident, my friend. Well, that's bold of you. And in a good way. Tell me your forehead secrets!
What are you staring at me for? I've been doing all my training.
It was not, it was not for the reason you think.
Come by again sometime.
I was trying to force words out of you. See ya. Happy birthday. Shigadadadadum. Look at us go.
This is proof enough that the bond we forged underground has borne fruit.
You're really fond of talking about how it was forged underground. Like it matters where you forged the bond. I guess it kind of does in a way.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, that's that. Perfect again. You guys are doing great about it now that you're
My
good
efforts
friends.
have borne fruit.
You're up at D with that.
This gonna help.
And that.
Not as hard as I thought.
And that. So everyone's getting up as far as D, which is good. Nice, well done.
Far from enough.
Splendid. No one's at E in brawling anymore, is that right? None of the people in our proper party, anyway. Excellent. Marvelous. Of course, it's growing quite slow because none of us are really doing brawling, except I've got some gauntlets and so does Raphael. But right, it's finally time. It is battle time. And still, we've only got the 1 point. So we gotta make some hard choices. But which one is the most important here? The roster would be nice. I think the order of priority goes clearing the way, then roster retrieval, then maintaining your training. Maintaining your training. I mean, you get rewards from doing this quest, which is why it's good, like renown and such. But clearing the way, getting the merchants up and about is of paramount importance. So I say we go do that. It's a shame I was wrong about pressure level C being where you get your first battle, your second battle point. But one battle will do us anyway. It should do. We got a lot of good levels in the last mission, and we get to finally bring an adjutant, which is excellent. I think reconnaissance makes the most sense. Or does it? Yes, well, what supports do the other wolves have with people in our party? Yuri has with me and Happy. Constance has with me and Happy. Balthus has myself, Claude, Lysithia, Hilda, and Happy. Wow. So in that case, and since she's already building with Constance, I think it makes more sense to bring Balthus along with one of our alliance peeps. I wonder, he's got A. Balthus has A with, can get to A with Claude, Lysithia, and Hilda. I wonder which of those he has an ending with. He is a noble. Does he presently have any magic? Because if he does, that would be bad. I'll just give him like a sword. And he can get some experience this way too. Which, if I'm understanding the hints I've been given from the comments, is going to be something he's going to want. So whoever we bring him with, we're going to want that to get them, prioritize getting them takedowns, and I think it makes sense to bring him with Lysithia. Good. Give her just a bit of extra accuracy and all that. I guess really Hilda's the one who's lower in accuracy, because her dex is not as good as Lysithia's. But you know what? I'm genuinely just curious to see what Balthus and Lysithia could have to say to each other. All right, it's finally smithing time. We've only got, how many smithing stones? 40. Okay, that's actually more than I thought. So we're gonna want, ideally we want everyone to have at least a training bow and a training sword. So if it takes 4 per, we're only gonna be able to do 10. And if each of people have 2 weapons, then we're only be able to soup up 2 weapons of 5 people. So actually, it probably makes more sense to bump everyone's, just do everyone's training sword first. And we should be able to do just the 10 that are in our party. This is good for everyone. It's good for people who have high strength because they'll be able to use the training sword more effectively, and for more. But it's also good for anyone who is best with using combat arts for their training swords. We already had a bunch of training sword pluses. That's right. So we don't need one for everyone. But anyone who doesn't have one, I'll give one right now. And I suppose I'll just go back around with the bow. The training bows. And that's all our smithing stones, but we're clearing out the way for the merchants this time, so we'll be able to buy more very, very soon. It is the merchants that sell you smithing stones, right? I think so. And you can buy as many as you have money for. Like they're unlimited. So that'll be by next story chapter we'll be good. Actually, I'm just gonna clear everyone's inventory, just get it all set up again. All right, we all need to do some new vulneraries as well. And I'm actually going to sell a whole bunch of these extra and broken weapons because they're cluttering things and making everything more confusing than it needs to be. I'll keep around like 1 iron sword. I should get the better ones that were in better durability, because the swords, the iron swords can be forged into. The iron sword is where it sort of splits off, and you can forge it into dang near anything. I don't think we have the professor level to do a whole bunch of it so far, but iron swords get to be. You can make them into iron swords plus steel swords, black sand steels for Killing Edge, or Venom Stone for... Oh, okay. So it's the steel one that can become a Levin sword. Maybe? I'm not sure. Ah, yes. The steel swords can become Levin swords. So they're the one. And I need to be one... Oh, C plus or higher. For a moment I thought it said you need to be a professor level A plus for this. And I was like, no way. I suppose I'll take this Sword of the Creator for now. Although, it's pretty useful to anyone with a crest even still. Even in their hands... Oh, it's way heavier, is it? Yeah, it gets an added 10 weight. I did totally forget about that, and obviously you don't get the range. But it's still a decent might and accuracy, so if we're not worried about dodging or getting double, then someone else can use it. I suppose I may as well carry. I keep forgetting that it adds 10 weight. That's no good. This part here. It's a bit of a motif that shows up in this game soundtrack a bit. That bit that goes like dur, 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 dur. But it reminds me so much of the theme that plays when you return to Mother Base in Metal Gear Solid 5. That one. I am going to do a thing, and that thing is to buy... Oh, we only got iron shields. Never mind. I will do no such thing. I was going to buy her a steel shield if we had one, but that can wait. I would buy a whole bunch of vulneraries for the convoy, but I feel like concoctions come soon enough to the point where it probably makes more sense to just keep buying vulneraries as we need them for the moment. Alright, finally we're ready to start this fight. Let's do this. It's weird. Normally my instinct is to put the camera behind our party so that we're moving, like, up. But for certain maps like this one, because I'm used to the story mission that happens here where we all come on from the right side, I'm used to seeing this mission this way, like moving from right to left this way, so my brain says just keep it like this. Because it makes more sense. Alright, so we have a few people at level, our lowest is level 7? Yes, and what is the XP like at that point? Like Cynthia needs more, Marianne needs more, Lawrence needs more Ignatz, right. These are still the people who have been lagging behind anyway. So let's see the Marianne, Ignatz, Lawrence. Let's get them up front. Yes, you're one of them. They should be doubling a little more easily now that we've got all these refined weapons. And you can enroll her speed while she's up here. Thank you. Everyone else just form up.
Who, me?
You are part of everyone else, yes. Right, I've got swap now. That's something good to bear in mind. I haven't given Raphael his rally strength, haven't I? Oh my god, I keep forgetting to do that, and I keep saying, I gotta do this now. Don't let me forget right after this fight to do that. I know there's no way you can not let me forget, because that's entirely up to me at the moment. But just let me not, don't let me forget. God damn it. Ow. Oh god, you're doing 0 with a training sword? Yikes, what the heck is these bandits or something else? Youch. Alright, at least they're only coming down a few at a time.
Better be careful.
We'd better. You can do 10 damage with a steel sword wrath strike, so someone else can weaken them up down to 10, like let's hit Theo with a soul blade. Go over that. Let's get Balthus a bit of experience as well. Ow! Was Balthus just standing right next to the opponent? That was so weird. Lights out!
I won?
That you did. Oh, we're not getting too much experience from this, because they're all level 9. Go wrath strike with a training sword. I don't see why not. And if you get a crit here, that's takedown. It's a long shot anyway. Nice shot anyway. Authority up to D+. Look at you go.
It's fun when you know what you're doing.
It's fun leading people into battle. Lawrence, you're up. Can you do a... Oh, not really. With a Tempest Lance you can, so sure, do that. We're probably not going to be using you with the Steel Lance too much longer, so may as well be using it as much as possible. That's some authority up for him as well. Oh, speaking of, everyone's authority is climbing up to the point where most of us are at D now, so we should be able to... Hilda's got E+, and so does Happy, but everyone else has got D, so we should be able to get some people some better battalions as it stands. That's also something to keep in mind. Hilda can double the training sword, which is super awesome. They won't be able to hit her in the woods there, so which means someone else can get a takedown. Who needs the XP? Happy needs 47, Raphael needs 25, Leonie needs 90. Ah, she's not near close enough. I guess Happy will do it then. Fast strike! Wonk! Nice shot.
No biggie.
No biggie. Lured a few people up. They are close by. I think some gambits would be not a bad idea here. Who's got? You got Gerald's, right? So you would be the good person to do 4 here, but that's not possible at the moment. We'll offer some support then. We'll take this one who you can reach down a bit. You can do what with them? 14. Good. Okay, so we only need to do 13 with that, and we can surely manage this. Claude will help. Yeah, that's fine. Unless Crest Recon does increase damage, so you're good there. Well done. This mission will be over in a jiffy. Yonk!
I'll celebrate later.
Good, because we're gonna die if you just start doing a victory dance all of a sudden. Yonk! Alright, let's put some haste on here. We got this under the bag. We got this down. With a steel bow. You haven't got a steel bow. With an iron bow. 6 plus strength of 7 would be 13 minus 1, 12. What's their defense is 9, so if we can bring them down to 3 health, Marianne, you, that would be good. Iron Axe it! Yeah! Nice shot. Nice dodge, too. You can do that with a training bow curve shot. I think it's better to just do it with the iron bow, because we're probably going to ditch that soon enough. That was extremely helpful, Marianne. Smooth moves. Why don't you train in sword this one? Is this one's a little higher tier or something? They seem like I have more health. This is a mercenary, which is it's a level 10 class, I think. Strong and speedy. The mercenary gets the job done. Are you going to kill Marianne? Yeah, let's maybe prevent that. Oh, we're gonna have to pull some major strings to prevent that. Oh god, hang on, steel sword, sorry. I made that kind of stupid in the way it was difficult to take down and all. Right, I can prevent you from going after Marianne if I put Ignatz here, which makes enough sense to do as a thing. How about you help out with the steel bow? You know what, I'll just put the Ignatz there and have him heal, I think. Because if he attacks, he's going to get hit, and it won't be good. Actually, does it maybe make some more sense to pull the Mad Melee here? We might want it in a minute. Just heal yourself. Alright, a lot of people are coming up now. You're going after Lawrence. He made a dodge with it, nice. That training sword is nice and quick and nimble, as it needs to be. You can float through the air and climb up trees. I'll have you go and just start luring some people here. Start with the training bow shot there. You have a decent crit chance with all this. Does the training bow have a crit chance? It does not. Why do you have a better crit with that? No, maybe this one just had a worse luck. Anyway, this is organized perfectly for Leonie to pull a bit of this. It's probably better if we have... Who's got supports with her? Hilda and Lesidia both are up to B with her, so... If they can offer some support on this one, that would be good. That's max battalion for you. Sweet. Is that magic attack plus 5? Oh no, it's actually plus 5. Okay, that was... I was going to be a bit surprised if an E-level battalion was able to give you that. I could probably double this one. Oh, not quite a double, but it's good damage anyway. And now they're both supporting you, Leone, so you should have a much, much easier time with the Gambit here. 110 chance! Make it happen. You're gonna age me. Don't age me. I like the age I am now. Marianne and Lawrence need some takedowns. Marianne could help. I think you better curved shot this one with the steel bow. You can take them out there. You're outclassed. And you can do something similar with this one. Ah! If I'd remembered to bring Raphael's rally strength, then this would have been not a problem. Nevertheless, I think you can help without taking down, so you ought to. Because she needs the experience more than you do. Training bow that.
I can't afford to lose.
Mercifully, these early on battle quests are very straightforward in terms of what they ask of you. But unfortunately, it does mean we're not getting too much experience here. We're going to be at more or less at the same level we were at the end of the last story mission. But that's fine, because we are prepared for that. Oh dear, this archer's going to be something strong, aren't they? I think I just gave Lawrence his steel bow, so he's probably going to get doubled here. Ow! Oh, 9 and 9. We don't like that. And he's going to take Poison Strike as well for like 10 or so. 7. Nevertheless, no one else is really close enough to be much of a threat. The city still needs a bunch, right? And I said we should be prioritizing her anyway, on account of the fact that she's got Bolthus with her. I'm going to have you Steel Sword Wrath Strike this archer. Nice shot. Maybe if you run around the side and flank. Actually, just do it with the bow anyway, because better might and all that. Hit the thief, and now you're supporting anyone who goes after any of these people. But really, I did that so that I can run up here and swap positions with Cynthia to bring her ahead a bit. And you got Soul Blade here, so go for that one. Yonk!
This is what I do.
That gets Bolthus a bit too. It doesn't get even though they're level 9. Bolthus wasn't getting a ton there. Oh, that was our third Treated Secret, so we're gonna finish another quest here, which is great. Lawrence could use some experience as well, but he is in a wounded state, so we're gonna want to give him the final takedown. I'll have Claude weaken up this archer, and then Lawrence should have an easy time.
Steady now.
Finishing this one with just steel bow shot. Right. Okay. Happy can move forward to tank so that he doesn't get killed anyway. Oh god, they're both going after Marianne because she's in a bad way. I've made problems. Shoot. I'm not sure there's a way to save that. Oh, well, I can make you not get doubled if I have someone else take your steel sword off, so I think I'll have Hilda do that as she runs. Well, who's doing more damage here, Hilda or Raphael? Raphael's got a better bow, hasn't he? Right, so he should do that. So just yoink her, or have her swap out for the training sword, because she can handle that, I'm pretty sure. And then help along with 21 damage there. Her speed's now at 11, excellent, so she's not getting doubled by either of these people. And if I can cover, you're doing 20 damage minus 5 is 15. Oh, that'll kill her anyway. Okay, wait. So we want you to be the one. We got to take you out for sure. Actually, we can probably get them both down. We start with you doing that, and then someone else does a curved shot here. Oh, you can actually even reach this far, so you don't need to. We can just cover her up. Okay, good. Well, perfect.
Sorry, did I hurt you?
I reckon you did, which is good because we were going to be in a bad way otherwise. That got dicey. It seems like I'm maybe being a bit neurotic by trying to get everyone healing focused, doesn't it, at this point? But as you can see, even as we get stronger, we really, really don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to healing when we don't have, when we can't use white magic. I will have you rally Lawrence's thing for friend points. And Happy, just tank there. With 12 damage, are you going to be able to hurt the boss? Yes, so go for it. Everyone else will just stand by. Cynthia and Lawrence had better heal. And you may as well use your healing gambit for all of the benefits it provides. Does it heal behind you as well? It sort of looked like... Oh, no, it was just saying I could heal there if there was someone there who could be healed. But that's a rock. The rock cannot be healed. Right, okay. So you're going after Happy. You can do 2 damage back, which is worthwhile enough because you're a boss and all. And no one else will be able to do damage, so they're just forming up. Excellent. Let's target the boss this turn. Let's see, that's still being the one who needs the experience here. So she can get a Soul Blade takedown with from any health anyway. So may as well just have everyone else pepper on light hits just to get extra experience from it. Like so. It's gonna get like 3 or 4, right? So you're near a level. Mostly the weapon experience is what we're the main boon from these. I'll not have Laura. Actually, that was probably enough for her to do this, right? Nope. We just need one more light hit. But we probably want the weaker people getting takedown hits. So I'll just have Raphael. No, but Raphael will be useful in helping someone else get takedown hits. I'll do that. Have Hilda do that. So now Lawrence can get an easy takedown on you, say. Right?
Magnificent.
There you go there. You're close to being able to get a takedown with the Steel Sword Rat Strike. You need 10, just need 8 more done there. No one else can reach that, though. Shoot, I made that kind of silly. Well, I'll just run in your face and then heal, I think. Supposedly only can get a few hits out here with the sword. If you crit, that'll be cool, but it'll take the kill away from Lysithia. So it's good that you didn't. And she can manage that now. Oh, she may as well just use her battalion so as not to waste any durability, I say. Group Flames, wabonk! And Balthus was there too. Oh, you don't get nearly as much experience from being an adjutant, even if it's a boss fight. All right, Group Flames actually does put fire on the ground. I forgot all about that. Right, you're going after Marianne, who will be able to do... right, I didn't give her the Steel Sword because I didn't want her getting doubled, so she didn't do much there, but she got some sword experience from that.
It's starting to make sense.
Which is excellent. And now Ignatz is the one with the lowest experience of our level 7s. Iggy and Marianne are close, so I think she better start with a steel bow shot here, do a bit of damage, and then Iggy should finish somehow. We get Lord some experience as well. Yes. And happy, why not? Just like so. And that's a level for her. I'd like some strength, magic, dex, speed, all the stuff on the bottom left there. Woo!
Baby steps, I guess.
I dig it. That's the highest magic in our party. When you get a magic combat art, which will definitely happen, I hope. Even if you don't ever get one, or if the one you get, I don't like it very much, we can give you 11 swords and stuff later, once I get to C+, in fact. So it ain't all bad. Bring it home, Iggy! Oh, I could have had someone do like a gambit or some or healing of some kind. No, I don't think we had anyone with support gambits. So that was good. Right, that was a pretty straightforward mission. MVP Lawrence, not what I was expecting. We got a bit out of that, but not too many levels. We're gonna be might be a titch under leveled for the Conan Tower Bandit Hunt, which I was saying before we were gonna be totally fine for. Ruffians linked to House Gautier, nobles of the kingdom, until hold up a Conan Tower, journey there, and bring them to justice. We could have taken care of this months ago if only they'd listened to me when I told them the intel that they were hanging out at Conan Tower, but no one listens to Hoppy. I see how it is. It's Tattoo's birthday. It's time for tea. A Myron Pine Needles, a Benny and Berry Blend, Southern Fruit Blend. Why do I feel like he was into fruit? It's from the south, and he's from Dusker, which is in the north, Dusker-Fargus region. Just try your Southern Fruit Blend anyway. Well, he didn't hate it. The angle of this camera is very strange. I can barely see the cookies. But rest assured, there are 5.
Yes.
Food in the dining hall. Easy one.
Yes.
Let's talk about dining partners. No, but food in the... well, he likes making. He doesn't necessarily like hanging out. And cooking mishaps is much more fun. Wow, we just talked about food the whole time, didn't we?
It was delicious. I hope you will invite me again.
You barely had any. You didn't even touch the cookies. Right, so it's off to Conan Tower with us.
Thanks.
Thanks to you, I feel safe again. Oh, and I'll be sure to have the days that traveling merchants will be visiting to the monastery added to the calendar. Thank you very much for that. You've collected some trade secrets for me. I really, really appreciate it. I'll just take them. Perfect. What? Nothing? Just talking to myself. See you later. We got a goddess and icon and some renown from that, so swanky. You can have those. I don't really want them. We'll replenish battalions. I'll finally equip that skill to Raphael here. Ooh, more supports we've unlocked. Oh my god. In fact, I'll just have all my buddies to look over because we've got some new ones. I think I don't need Brawling Prowess nearly as much as I need Speed +2. Rally Strength you need more than, again, Brawling Prowess probably. We're not doing too much of that. We're probably doing more gambits than Brawling, really. Battalion Desperation, now. Oh, this is Battalion Desperation, not Battalion Wrath. Right, okay. If you initiate combat when endurance Battalion Endurance is low, your follow attack, if possible, occurs before foes counterattack. Right, I'm mostly using you for combat arts, so I don't think we really need that. I suppose it's probably more useful than Brawling Prowess, but I'm going to forget I have it. Whatever, I'll just put it on. Because I'm not going to give you any gauntlets for the moment, I don't think. All right, as far as abilities, those are the only ones. Oh, well, you need Authority more than you need Lance, probably. Carbonettes could give you another Brawling one. Again, the other ones make more sense to have at the moment. Most of us just have the Sword and Bow ones, and that's fine. Now, as far as battalions, and we just got a few new ones from that one of those quests, did we? The Merchant Military and Bandits. Now, Merchant Military gets Blaze, which is pretty sweet. I don't remember what the Bandits or the Merchant Military end up as stats-wise, and I don't feel like looking it up, so I'm going to, for anyone who has a battalion that isn't really very impressive, I think I'll swap it out for one of those two so we can see what kind of stats they grow in. I guess your battalion isn't much impressive, so probably the Merchant Military makes a little more sense. This one starts with lower physical attacks, so we don't want that probably. Let's just give you the Bandits. The only thing they give you is Charisma at the moment, but let's see what they can get before the end. And I suppose let's have these supports before we finish off, shall we? We got some more Lauren's ones, a whole bunch more. Lauren's and Hilda up to C+. Last time she bamboozled him, quite possibly we thoroughly japed him.
You've done so much for me. You've been a tremendous help.
It was but
She
a
pranked him.
trifle. Surely there was no small amount of danger, but in the interest of experience, I was happy to endure.
You're so strong that I can't help but feel safe in your presence.
Yes, of course. Although, no matter how much brute strength we bring to bear, it is important that there be a leader on the field as well. Without someone possessed of my and adaptability.
His ego's getting bruised because she's praising the wrong aspects.
My thoughts exactly. But,
What is it?
I'm going to keep providing support from the back. You wouldn't mind doing more fighting for me, would you?
Oh, well, physically I can, certainly. But if you mean on an everyday basis...
I knew you would. You have the generous soul of a true noble. I'll have to write back home and sing your praises.
Really? You mean to your father and brother?
Oh, yes. I have to write my big brother pretty often, as a matter of fact. He gets upset if I don't. And yet, I never have much to write about. I've been really straining for topics. That must strike you as a terrible nuisance, the idea of me blabbing about you in my letters.
Nuisance? Oh, hardly. Your brother is one of the foremost commanders of the Alliance. I can think of no higher accolade than to have my name passed on to his noble ear.
Then I'll tell him about all your thrilling exploits. Although if you can't help, that's okay too. I'll find something else to write about.
I thought she said then I'll tell him.
Then I'll tell him.
She did. Subtitles are wrong. Haha. I found one time they were wrong in this game.
More thrilling than you could ever dream. Incidentally, when you write to him, please do not refer to me merely as Lawrence.
Include the Hellman Gloucester, and include that I'm the son of Count Gloucester, and also mention how cool I am.
Lawrence.
Oh my god, he is actually asking she use the full name.
This would be an excellent opportunity to advance the status of the Gloucester name.
Indeed. My thoughts exactly. Relentless, those two. Raphael and Lauren's up to max support of B.
Oh, so hungry. I gotta eat something. Again, Raphael? Here. Perhaps this will suffice.
Man, he wasn't troubling you for it. He was just mentioning it.
I can have this? But don't you need to eat after all that training?
Is the dining hall, like, you're allowed to go there whenever you want, right?
We can't have you starving, can we? Your strength is a great asset. It would be a terrible loss if you fell faint in battle. Besides, no true noble can look upon the hungry with indifference.
There you go. That's more the noble talk I like to hear from you.
Seriously? Wow, that's awful generous of you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. But listen while you eat. I believe it would benefit you.
It's like munching so loud you can't hear him.
Yourself in the company of your betters. It is the duty of the
Your
nobility
betters?
to protect the common folk. And, in return, the commoner is expected to show deference and respect. Naturally, I understand that there is a certain tendency toward familiarity because we are classmates. However...
Oh, that was tasty.
Raphael, did you hear a word I just said?
Oh, hey! I sent my little sis some of that fancy treat you gave me a while back. She wrote back to say that it was tasty and to thank you. So thanks.
That is excellent news. I'm pleased to hear that you both enjoyed it, but there's no need for you to thank me. It was actually a gesture of gratitude in the other direction, from me to you.
As for his advice on manners at the dinner table and all that.
Thanks to the wisdom of your words, I have begun to consider my approach to dining in a completely new way. Mealtime has proven to be ideal for the study of character. It is a tool I intend to make great use of as the leader of the Alliance.
I know it's a thing that actually happens, but just like the thought of him being like, it's like we have improved border relations between you and the Alliance and Srang region or whatever, and then it's just like, come have dinner at my place, and I'll see about that.
Yep. It's just like I told you. Food tastes better when you eat with good company.
That's not quite what I meant. No matter. You are satisfied,
I could probably keep eating, but I'm ready to train. All right. Time to get back to it so I can protect my buddy Lawrence.
I've not quite gotten through to you, have I?
He got the important parts.
It is not the duty of a commoner to protect a noble. That is fundamentally against the order of society.
But if you hadn't given me food just now, I couldn't have survived on the battlefield because I'd be too weak to train. Who'd take care of my little sis if I wasn't around? She'd probably end up starving to death as well. In a way, by feeding me, you're protecting her too.
It was only a little food. There's no need to get carried away.
I think his point is that the dedication you feel to the common folk doesn't just have to be, I will stab some people on the battlefield in front of you. It can also be by supporting them in other ways. Domestically.
You're a real decent noble, you know that? Worrying so much about my sister and all. All I gotta do is protect you. Then you protect everyone else, right?
I'm not certain your logic is sound, but your strength is undeniable. Very well. Do as you like. Dining certainly is a window to the soul. Eating with you has helped me to see that I've misjudged you. You're not some gluttonous simpleton. You are grateful for the protection the nobility offers, and eager to emulate our example.
I mean, you used the right equation and got the wrong answer, but whatever. I'll take it. At least you're being nice now to him. And speaking of, Ignatz and Thorns are also up to B. Last time was a bit of a weird conversation, which delved into you basically just insisting that he come work for you.
Hello. What are you up to?
You frightened me.
Oh, calm yourself. What is it that you're drawing?
I thought I'd jot down some sketches of everyone while they're training. And then later on, I'll try to practice their moves on my own. But I can't really concentrate on sketching if someone's watching me.
Well, I don't think he was intending to watch.
Just sketches, Even so, they're lovely. There's such life in them. It's as if they're moving on the page before my very eyes.
Yes, in addition to being my personal knight, you will also be my personal artist.
You really think so? You know, I always hoped to be an artist.
With skills like that, I'm quite certain you could easily make a living of it. And your demeanor is different when you draw. Bolder somehow. Ah, yes, there's an idea. Perhaps in the future you will join my retinue as my personal painter. Wait, have we not discussed this arrangement already?
Something similar.
I decided to take you into my service as a knight, had I not?
Becoming a knight was my father's idea. Being an artist is out of the question, I'm afraid.
So you've said. Well then, I suppose you shall simply have to become a knight who also paints.
A knight who also paints?
I have seen your talent and can attest to it. Your gifts are too great to wither away in obscurity.
Like you said, Ignatz, it can be a hobby.
With the rare gift of artistic talent would be most welcome in my employ.
If you don't end up making it into a career.
I had never thought of that. Still, I don't understand why you'd want me as one of your knights. As a fighter, I'm unremarkable.
There is more to knighthood than combat.
I dare say I disagree.
A dignified bearing and an aesthetic sensibility are also essential. A knight with an eye for art and the talent to create it is sure to improve the image of the nobility.
He did seem quite to be fawning over your aesthetic sense in last support.
Lawrence, I'd never have guessed you were prone to such eccentric ideas. Thank you. I'm feeling a little more confident after hearing your kind words.
Oh, no cause for thanks. It is a noble's duty to provide guidance to those in need.
Again, it's better. It's better. He's getting better. It's not great.
You've been an enormous help. Thanks so much.
And what is this? Hilda and Ignatz? I just forgot which one I clicked. Oh, Marianne.
I have some more supplies that just arrived for the infirmary. Oh, were there more? I thought I'd gotten them all. I just had bandages and other small
Did you
things,
really?
But there might be more coming. Well, I just got the boys to bring in the heavy bottles. Looks like we can't fit all of it without some rearranging, though.
Marianne's like, ah, God, not again.
You know, if you'd arrived earlier, you could have helped me tidy up.
Jesus, Hilda, why is she just like seize every opportunity to blame Marianne for everything?
My apologies. I don't really need your apologies. I need your help. Oh, how can I help? How can you help? I said tidy up, didn't I? See the shelves there? See if you can clear out some space and tuck away the bandages. I can try.
Oh God, actually everything did break.
Careful, Marianne. There's some strong stuff in those bottles. I'm sorry,
Strong enough to like hurt us if they smash?
Just leave the bandages for now and move the bottles from the shelf. I can do that. Now the bandages fell. No. So in the end, I did it all by myself. I'm sorry that I was no help. I just got in your way. It's fine. We'll even it out with pastries.
Ugh. You're indebted to Marianne, or did you forget how the last conversation went? I mean, I know you didn't say that at the end, but it felt patently obvious to me.
Can I get you pastries? I guess I can. You seem so thoughtful and composed, but you're surprisingly clumsy. It's such an odd mix. I practically have no choice but to take over for you. You're right. I'm sorry.
God, that was so mean. There wasn't like the slightest bit of like levity in Hilda there. She was just like, ah, man, you are insufferably useless. Jeez, Hilda.
Hey, Ignatz? Hey, Ignatz is here. What's going on?
God, he just lightning leaped out of that seat just then.
Hey! Hey, you've been acting weird lately. Are you sick or something?
Sorry for scaring you, is what I meant.
Raphael! No, I'm fine.
So what's going on with you? Are you worried about something? Want to talk about it?
I don't know about worried. It's just, you know, your parents.
Hey now!
Ah! What is it?
I thought I told you to drop it. Just forget about it.
I can't just forget about it. You lost your parents. And when you were in need, my family did nothing to help you.
Well, what were they supposed to do about it? It's not like they killed my parents. And besides, that's our folks you're talking about. That's got nothing to do with us, right?
I still can't help but feel responsible. Like I owe you somehow.
Look, if you want to do something, just be my pal like you used to. We can eat tasty meals together, play games, make jokes, and laugh until our bellies hurt.
It's a form of training too. Get yourself a six-pack.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Of course it is. We were friends before, and there's
I've been
no
trying to tell you
reason
that
be
for
friends
2
now.
support conversations in the entire game now.
Raphael, thank you. And I'm sorry about before.
There we go. Good. That's a nice straightforward support. That's what we want from our B supports. Hilda! They patched up their problems. They started on the path to healing, and now the A support's just going to be something super sweet where they put a nice little bow on that conflict. God, Marianne and Hilda's A support is going to be just like the barest edge of Hilda starting to make up for all the awful stuff she said. Oh man, I can't wait. Claude and I are going to be at Thief soon. My dexterity, oh, look at how our dexterity and speeds will grow. You get so much dex from Thief. Well, this month kind of went by pretty fast. Oh my god, this recording has been going on for 2 hours. I didn't realize I'd gone on quite that long. I got so caught up once we did the end of the first monastery day that I was like, oh man, I want to do the whole month. And I ended up doing the whole thing in 1 month. Well, that's how this game goes sometimes, isn't it? It's a shame that we didn't get the free day on the 3rd, but nevertheless, we are reasonably well equipped for the Conan Tower Bandit Hunt. What is this just level? It's only 9, so we're still rather approaching that. Our lowest levels are still 7. And our highest is 8 or 9. A group of thieves led by a disowned son of House Gotti has stolen a hero's relic and begun to run amok. Seeking to neutralize this threat, the church is sending your house there to settle the matter next time on Fireman the Three Houses, Verdant Wind, Assassins, Holy Run! Having the blacksmith and having been able to get a whole bunch of our gear up in quality has been a magnificent help. Is training bow the same way where all it does is decrease the weight? It seems so. Well, and the durability. Nevertheless, I think that means concoctions, silver shields, and silver weapons are somewhat close by. I think you get them not too long after this mission. So before long, our gear will be in impeccable condition, especially as we're going to be able to get materials from the merchants, and we're going to be able to get smithing materials from all the animals as well. And now that we can buy fishing bait from the merchants, we'll also be able to get a whole bunch of fish, which will help us get more materials from the cats and dogs. And all will be splendid, in other words. Very, very well. Next video going on up on the channel is more Hitman Codename 47, I believe, where we have to run away from a jaguar or something. I don't want to fight a jaguar, but we gotta, so I guess that's that. Thank you so very much for going around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Okay, never mind. It did decide that it's waking up now. Oh, okay. Sorry. Didn't realize that was what was going on here. Oh, the bow is way better here, actually. It would be much more efficient to just do it this way. Get a bunch of eye shots with this. Good bow. It's also quite durable. Got tons of arrows.